And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, so as stated guys, into the next round of the Scottish Cup as we spoke about earlier. I'm not going to bore you to death in today's second video, if you like, on the game. Of course, we did go through that in today's first video, and of course spoke about everything, but of course, great to get into the next round, and we're one game away from yet another trip to Hampden. I really do feel the treble is something of a possibility, and we're really building that winning momentum at this moment in time. I speak about just winning every single game, and almost like a machine, we're looking like a well-oiled machine, and certainly momentum is with us at this moment in time if you look compared to the other side of the city. So we just need to keep focusing on our own garden, keep on winning football matches. But yeah, super happy at getting through to the next round. I didn't really expect anything less going up against a lower league side, especially at Ibrox in the Cup. But great positives to see from, of course, Oscar Cortez. Again, a new signing that's came in and made an impact. I've been hearing very, very good things about him on the training field. But to also see that now on the pitch as well, get the Player of the Match award, I think is very, very important. And I'm super happy to see him playing very well and making an impact. As stated, there's not many players that make a quick impact at this football club. It's quite hard to accustom to, and it's always after the summer you could probably see it took a lot of other players a bit more time to try and get themselves bedded in. However, one player of course we signed in the summer that didn't need a lot of bedding time, was almost a spectacular signing from the moment he walked in, was our goalkeeper, of course, Jack Butland. Now, Jack Butland, I think, has been the signing of the season throughout Scotland. Genuinely, the fact that he costs nothing, and what he's gone on to do, he's easily worth around 25 to 30 million pounds at this moment in time, and people will laugh at me. He would have to get out of Rangers and the contract that he's on at this moment in time. He would have to be a Scottish record fee to get himself pulled out of the door at Ibrox. 1,000%. 25 million pounds is probably the starting bid. And as I stated, guys, you always maybe laugh at me, other rival fans laugh at me, but when you look at what goalkeepers go for down in England, an English goalkeeper who has Premier League experience, has the experience of playing down there, that's the bare minimum, especially on that long-term contract. Now, the reason why I'm speaking of Butland is there is some huge news, as Gareth Southgate has came out and spoke with regards to him potentially going to the European Championships. Now, this would be absolutely huge. I'm an Englishman, of course. My family are all Scottish. I have a soft spot for Scotland, but for the national team as such, I feel more English. If I have to be honest with you, I'm a Rangers man, of course. That's my club team. Rangers, and that's it. But with regards to my nationality, I've lived in England, so I feel very much English, and I support the English national team, and that would nothing but more than fill me with pride to see a Rangers player representing the Three Lions at the European Championships this year. A country that we feel, we always feel that it's every single year is going to be our year, but a good chance to actually go on and lift the actual piece of silverware, and to see Jack Butland's name being potentially mentioned as a potential call-up is absolutely massive. And yes, this is not just coming from the Scottish Sun or the Daily Record. This comes out the England manager's mouth himself, and this is what he had to say with regards to the current number one position in the England national team. He said, "It's up in the air at this moment in time. I can't deny that, so again, we have to make sure we're watching everybody, Jack Butland included, because he's obviously playing at a huge club and is an experienced goalkeeper. It's not an ideal situation with Aaron not playing, Sam at the moment not playing, and Nick injured. We'll have to see how it all plays out." Butland previously said of a possible England recall, "You can only do what you can do. I've had my moments season before where I have been in my opinion, the best in England. All I can do is what I am doing. I haven't been in the England squad for a while. If I said it was at the forefront of my mind, no. If it comes, then absolutely I would love it. Ultimately, I have to do the job for Rangers, and the fact is that we are playing regularly at the moment, playing in some great competitions. We have got European football to come, so hopefully that is a good platform to continue to showcase that. I know they have got a lot of players and a lot of goalkeepers goalkeepers to look at. Knowing the England camp, they don't leave any stone unturned. And if it is something that they are thinking about, then they would have done that already. As I stated, guys, as an Englishman myself, I've always flown the flag for seeing a Rangers player represent. Once again, I've seen, I think Gaza was the last one. I was alive, but not alive, if you get what I mean. I mean, I wasn't conscious. I mean, I was born, but I'd never seen anyone represent England from Rangers. And I would absolutely love it. I really, really would love it. And I've always campaigned and asked for James Tavernier to be called up. I always feel like he's good enough to get a call up for England, and I would have loved to see that. But Jack Butland certainly looks like a character that could actually be called up to the England national team for this European Championships, due to, as what Gareth Southgate spoke about, the fact that, of course, Aaron Ramsdale is currently on the bench at Arsenal, not playing. Nick Pope is injured, and Sam Johnston is not the first choice at Crystal Palace, which leaves Jordan Pickford likely to be the first choice, of course, but they usually pick 3 goalkeepers. And for me, looking at that, I would say Jack Butland is a better goalkeeper than Jordan Pickford anyway. But stating that, it could come down to what his European performances are like. That's what the England snobbery is like. Unfortunately, the way Gareth Southgate kind of operates, there's a lot of players in the Serie A. You look at Tomori. I think he went on to win the Scudetto with AC Milan, and he was then never called up, or he was not called up in favour of Harry Maguire, who was having an absolute howler. So I do think he has Premier League biasing, but I think if we go on a run in Europe and he pulls off the saves that he has done in European competitions, then he could definitely be within a shout. But I do think his call-up will come down pretty much on the Europa League and how far we go in the Europa League, and if he can show what he's about in the Europa League rather than our sort of domestic run. But certainly, I think he should get a call-up. I think he's a fantastic goalkeeper. And that's not just me with my blue-tinted specs on at all. I do genuinely believe, if I'm looking at the performances of all goalkeepers, I do monitor what's going down south. I don't think Aaron Ramsdale's a good goalkeeper. I don't think, Sam Johnston's been there, but I don't think he's anywhere near Jack Butland. And then same with Nick Pope. Jordan Pickford, people will probably make an argument for, because he has been the number one. He's been to a few tournaments. But certainly, I do think Jack Butland is the best goalkeeper out of that bunch. And I would love to absolutely see it. I really would. But yeah, enough of the ramble there, guys. I know there's a few people like myself that would love to see it happen. I know a lot of Rangers fans I don't mind to see England do well, but how would you feel about Jack Butland potentially going into the England ranks? Would you be for? Would you support England in that case if he was competing with England this summer? Or does it mean normal business? You still want England to get papped out in the group stage or something like that? But I think it would be huge. I think it would be absolutely massive. And in terms of his price value that I've talked about just now, in terms for me, that he's worth a minimum of £25 million at this moment in time. If he goes and competes and plays a game at the European Championships and does well, his price goes up a considerable amount more. That's just how it kind of works. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all emerges. But yeah, that's all I've got for you today, Rangers fans. It has been all about Jack Butland, really. Sorry for rambling on, but I just found it very, very interesting to see Gareth Southgate even looking at a Rangers player, and it almost gets me kind of excited of what could come at the European Championships for sure. But yeah, Rangers fans, let me know your thoughts on it down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.